Today I would like to talk about reconnecting ourselves to the earth in a way so that we can bring up the prosperity in the earth into us. Now that sounds really strange. For a lot of people, they figure they put their grounding cord down into the earth and bring up the prosperity. But that's not that simple. You are grounded usually with a grounding cord and with your feet, especially to the earth. You are grounded through your head to the cosmos and all the prosperity up there. But when you manifest prosperity, you are manifesting it from the earth. And the reason why is very simple. Because the earth is where you are standing. You can have cosmic prosperity, which is wisdom, knowledge, all sorts of things like that. But when you actually have physical prosperity, that comes from the earth. And one of the reasons we have a difficult time manifesting it is because the prosperity is being cut off from us. And what do I mean by that? It's very simple. You may have a grounding cord that comes up, and, boy, these hands are big, and brings you some kind of grounding, but your feet have been sealed off from that prosperity. You didn't know it. It's been put on you by the beings who wish to have you be poor. Poor in spirit, poor in physical health, poor in physical wealth. It's very easy for people to think that they are poor because they have a very difficult time manifesting prosperity. And one of the many reasons, and there are many, and we'll go into other ones in this little series on prosperity, are that if you aren't touching the source of prosperity, you're going to have a really hard time. So, what I'd like you to do now is imagine, it's a very simple exercise. Close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, first of all, I would like you to detach from the earth your grounding cord. If you don't have a grounding cord right now, that's fine. We're going to put another one in. If you do have a grounding cord, imagine it disconnecting from the base of your spine. It's very simple to do. You can just unhook it, send it back into the earth. Now, I'd like you to imagine at this point that you're wearing shoes. Shoes keep you disconnected from the earth, and so do socks, because you aren't touching the earth. And for most of us, we're touching floor, we're touching cement, we're touching paving. We're rarely touching grass or dirt. And yes, grounding cords go through floors, they go through paving, they go through cement, and yet it's not the same as touching dirt. When you walk on dirt in your bare feet, there's a different connection than when you walk on cement or floors or on dirt with your shoes and socks on. But I'm not asking you to keep walking around in bare feet. It's unsanitary, it's dangerous, if you know the area, if that's fine. But mostly, what I'm thinking here is that you imagine yourself having a kind of shoe between you and the ground, you and the fount of prosperity, which is in the earth. And what you have to do is take it off. This is a psychic, energetic blockage between you and the earth. And unlike a shoe, which you just take off and take on, it's there, it's a protection for you when you need it. This kind of thing that you have under your feet, it's kind of like a sticky or a mass that's like Velcro that's just stuck to you. And it's really important to start peeling it off. So I'd like you to imagine peeling off from the top of your toes to the bottom of your heel each one of these pads. You can imagine it being like a pad. So you can imagine it from your left foot and from your right foot. And as you do it, you might discover that there is a kind of tingling that you feel. And that's kind of interesting, because if you do feel this little tingling, it means that you are aware of things changing. And if you don't feel it, no problem. It's not important. What is important is that you feel, that you do the act, not that you feel anything. Because the act of doing creates the change. When you say, I believe that this is happening, it does. And even if you say, I don't believe it's happening, it still does. So just peel it off. And now fill up your whole body. Imagine a grounding cord, a beam of light coming down from the sun, going all the way into your head and down your body, all the way down your body, filling up your whole body with gold light and going down into your feet. I'd like you to imagine that coming up from the earth is prosperity. Not only coming up through your grounding cord, which, by the way, make it as wide as your body and even wider. So it's like a big, huge column of gold light. Remember, gold is the vibration of prosperity. Everything that's gold is a very high vibration. I will just say one thing, that we have disconnected the vibration of gold so that people think of gold and equate it with greed. People having gold meant that they were also working on very high levels. That got disconnected a long time ago. So now we think of people having gold being greedy and miserly and closed down. But in reality, gold is a very high vibration, and if you are living in gold, you should be able to attract gold, not just emotional or spiritual gold, but physical as well. And that's why when you reconnect with the earth on these 3 points with the gold vibration, cleaning off your feet, you can let that gold energy come into you. And in fact, what I would like you to do now is imagine coming up from the center of the earth, or from every part of the earth underneath the crust, millions and millions of diamonds, of gold, of jewels, of everything that will make you rich and comfortable and safe. And just feel that all coming up through this clear feet energy, that you've just cleared off this crap off of your feet, and now you can allow all this prosperity to come to you, just coming up. Because if you can't get it from the earth, it's hard to get it from around you. So do that. Allow it to come up to the earth, from the earth up to you, up through your feet, your legs, into your pelvis. And now feel it swirling around your pelvis. Your pelvis is your grounding in the main part of your body. And then feel it coming up into each of your chakras, your second chakra, your third, power. This is the one that uses money to manipulate and for power. But this time, you would like to use it for higher good. Into your heart, that you have gold, you have money that you can give to people that need it. You can be a conduit for prosperity. Into your fifth chakra in your throat, and up all the way back into the sun and back down. So you become a conduit for prosperity, up and down. And I will say, if you find yourself arguing or thinking or worrying. Just acknowledge those feelings. That's your mental body, your mind, arguing with you, and that's okay, because your mental body doesn't know anything. It just thinks it does. And just remember to be in your heart, to be feeling love in your heart for yourself, for those around you, for those you care about, and even for those that you don't care about. And imagine that as this prosperity comes into you, it circles through you, and you share it with yourself and others. And knowing you are loved, and you are passing love through you.